the oil industry finally realized the excellence of the FPSO concept. The business idea of a cheap concepts, by reuse of older oil tankers, converted to oil production units, added a process plant on deck sounded as a cost saving for a while. The FPSO became a hit. FPSO companies marketing creative business ideas, one more fantastic than the next, popped up all around in the city of Oslo. Several projects were contracted, and exciting years followed. These are my assignments through this time and after. Each one of them is presented in the slides that follows. April 2005 to January 2007. Senior, SN, Instrumentation Engineer FPSO KAK, NAB or KMZ conversion in Oslo. Participated in for the conversion and refit of cargo oil tankers for the KMZ field in the Gulf of Mexico. Field Instrument P&ID and Detail Engineering, Instrument Index, Integrator, PRE with Supplier Supervision, Inspections MC, FATS, including Instrumentation of the P&IDS. Field Instrument Design, made hookups and instruments MTO. Made the Instrument Index. Managed the ICSS Integrator Emerson. Instrumentation of all marine, topside utilities and cargo treatment systems. Design and allocation of instruments on Foundation Field Bus. See detailed job description in the slide. January 2007 to May 2008. Aker Smart 1 conversion FPSO Dhirubhai 1 in Oslo and Singapore. Lead and PRE roles with contract execution, supervision, IDC, inspections MC, FAT and shipment for packages, including ICSS SAS by Kongsberg System. Control room design. F&G, design to approval. OVNA furnished equipment management to module vendors. ESD, C&E, design to approval. Marine systems refit and instrumentation. SURF, subsea, systems integration to ICSS. Interface coordination, by third-party integration to ICSS. All process flow metering and custody transfer of offloading and gas export. December 2008 to December 2009, metering PRE. FPSO Cidade de São Vicente, Petrobras Oslo, Brazil. System specification, tender and contract supervision to FAT and shipment. Made all procedures and managed processing for system operation approval included offshore audit with ANP in Brazil. Operational measurements topside process gas, oil and water. Fiscal metering of crude oil to cargo and flare gas. Repair, refit and recertification of the offloading metering module. Slop and process water overboard inline ppm analyzer with discharge system valves control. I received a diploma of appreciation for this job. From 2009 to 2012. Project FPSO Papa Terra, P63 for Petrobras. Role as PRE and site management in Singapore. For BW Offshore in a joint venture with QIP, Brazil. In summary, system specification, tender and contract. Singapore EPSI contractor management and sub-suppliers supervision of skids and system. Skids, parts, bulk material and detail engineering, as follows. Marine systems instrumentation, detail engineering to hookups and supply. Marine systems ICSS integrator with IO allocation. Design and delivery of cross-wiring cabinets. Hydraulic cargo and ballast valves control system for a system of 255 valves. All cargo, ballast and fuel tanks gauging and draft system. Stability computer installed in a cabinet. Ballast tanks ejector, with empty tank detection based the fluctuating suction in tanks at low level. Fuel tanks valves and quick closing system. CCR, ECR, CER rooms detail design. Supply of all control room outfitting. F&G design. Protection philosophy, ESD-C&E, supply of critical action and alarm panel. Supply of deluge skid and foam monitors with a remote release system. All-in-water inline hydrocarbon detection in slop discharge and heating medium. Offloading system with inert gas, oxygen analyzer. Hydraulic ESD valve control and hose and hawser monitoring. Slop and process water overboard inline ppm analyze added functions for valves control of recycle at exceeding values of ppm. And, in addition, period 2009 through 2011. Added, the offloading metering package responsible engineer. My role supervising as package responsible engineer for BW Offshore. Specification, tender and contract supervision to full-scale flowed FAT in Dubai. Approbation, construction supervision and punch list and clearance. System presentation and achieved approval from both Petrobras, client, and ANP, authority. Highlights. A 275 tons module. 735 centistokes at 60 degrees Celsius heavy crude oil. Capacity 8,000 cubic meters per hour. Positive displacement flow meters, instrumentation and sampling system. F&G detection, deluge piping and nozzles designed by Origo Solutions. Layout, mechanical handling included a traverse crane, and escape routes. Arrangement for startup airing and shutdown by a nitrogen-forced pressurization to drain the system after use. This appreciation must be seen in light of the fact that the P-63 project was full of conflicting interests, internally, by personalities that had unprofessional motives within the project organization. So, I must admit that this message of appreciation warmed. He knew, as well as I did, despite all the noise created, that we succeeded in supplying excellent deliveries of equipment, superb engineering, and gave the best services to the project through the OGS organization by an excellent team and my efforts in Singapore by these statements. You are a super professional who has top knowledge. Your efforts have been excellent for the Papa Terra project. You have really helped to land this in the best possible way. June 2012 to September 2013. I was employed by Kongsberg Maritime Pte Limited as Technical Project Manager and relocated to Singapore. I participated in a couple of jobs before that department was flagged out to India. 1. Engineering Manager. FPSO Lam Son for PTSC, Petro Vietnam, Singapore. Engineering scope management with design strategies, scopes boundaries, plan and milestones. Interface coordination, technical clarifications and design reviews with client and third parties. In charge of engineering activities and supervision of the team. E-house design engineering and construction supervision. Layout, lighting, vac and power distribution. Develop the protection philosophy, supervision of F&G and ESD, C&E design. Accommodation and machinery spaces F&G and ESD design. Third-party systems integration to ICSS for controls and safety. Power system studies and philosophies, supply of switchboards, MCCs and power distribution. February 2012 to June 2012. ARV3 conversion for Sembawang Shipyard, Singapore. Site and Project Manager. Supervision and support to the shipyard engineering team with purpose to ensure a functional design. Formed the site, the team and established the contracted project services, chaired workshops, and interface management. Power management with MCC and switchboard system integration. F&G System EPC by Autronica. Thruster Control System Integration. DP System and Position References. DP Bridge Design. Period July 2014, ending July 2015. Senior Project Manager at Novenco Offshore and Marine, Oslo. Represented Novenco in project management of engineering and procurement for supply of FAC equipment and system to clients. Contract management, budget and cost control, planning schedule, weekly reporting, QA and HSE. Added sales, lump sum elements, PSE, and variations, VO, to contract. Projects included: Ivar Aasen LQ by DET Norsk. Gina Krog LQ by Statoil, Equinor. I am grateful for this appreciation in a testimony by James Nutter, General Manager, Novenco Offshore Projects, dated June 30, 2015. The role has proven Per Inge as a PM who is proactive decision maker, driving progress firmly forward by his focus on interfaces, design freeze and closing of open issues. He has organized his team and managed the time with a constant focus on efficient work and structures. 2016 to 2017. Team Manager: E&I. Fjords Processing Oslo. Follow-up to ensure the purpose and result of the work is conforming with correct interpretation of the task and a lean quality effort. Downscaling following completion levels of projects to termination of the activity area. Fjords Processing, previously known as Aker Process Systems, used to be an organization of excellence. Sadly, among all the entries in my CV, Fjords surprisingly had developed to a most dysfunctional organization, not seen before, over 40 years. Fjords was an Acasta company at the time. December 2016 to April 2017. Site-Project Manager. Martin Linge FPSO Installation. For Novenco Marine and Offshore, Gdansk, Poland. Established the site team and job package setup. Engaged the installation contractor, structured the installation schedule, negotiated earn time criteria and valuation to enable pro rata invoice and milestones, certificates. Manage daily yard and site activities. There is time for work. There is time for rest. And there is a time to leave. I have started the last phase of my steps. I plan to make it a good time. When I look back, this is what I want to convey to my grandchildren. I remember how I acquired my math skills by studying in the military in my spare time. I started at the basic level to fill in the gaps from primary school, to make sure the foundation was right. The result was, what was a nightmare, became interesting and fun. Math became my favorite subject. In engineering, many more subjects are based on mathematics, and this gave synergies. Mastery experiences in math were a new experience. My academic self-esteem developed, and my motivation increased as I developed. I have learned from experience, if you choose smart, are focused and work hard, you can create the results. Jobs and money will never be your concern. In our time, now, academic achievement is considered necessary, so remember that thinking that I cannot do it is most often caused by gaps in the basic knowledge. Go back to where you lost track and study the lessons again. But most importantly, work steadily and hard. Be focused, curious, ask questions, find answers, always, never stop learning. Do not forget about physical activities, which improve concentration and mental capacity. No crib can help you with this. However, this is not valid for politicians, they are fake. No other profession escapes pretending, lying or being fake. It was meant to be a joke, but as I think, it's right. I want this to be useful input for you to consider. Thank you for your attention.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.